In the United Kingdom, a government is elected at least once every 5 years. In a general election, citizens vote for a Member of Parliament for their local area. Members of Parliament are known as MPs, and the area an MP represents is called a constituency. The political party with the most elected MPs usually forms the government. MPs meet inside the Houses of Parliament in London. The leader of the government is the Prime Minister. UK citizens over the age of 18 have the right to vote, but the law doesn't make people vote. In fact, in the 2010 general election, around 35% of people chose not to vote. People won't vote unless there's an MP they support. But some young people are very interested in politics and want to take part. They think it's unfair that if a young person is earning at the age of 16, the law will make them pay taxes, but it won't let them vote. However, if young people become involved with the UK Youth Parliament, they'll have the chance to become politically active before they're 18. This group of teenagers are having a discussion at a meeting of the Oxfordshire Youth Parliament. The teenagers are from schools in the local area. The idea of these meetings is to give young people a voice in the politics of their local area.
And it's education. Okay.
At the moment, they're looking at how the government spends its money.
21 billion. We've had. This has already been spent since 2001.
Next, they have the chance to decide what they would do if they were politicians. They have to choose what they would spend the money on if they ruled the country.
I think I prefer to house someone was more important than recycling.
Later on, they'll have the opportunity to discuss their ideas with local politicians. 3 of the students in the room this evening have an even bigger role in national youth politics because they're also members of the UK Youth Parliament. The UK Youth Parliament has over 600 elected members around the country. Elected members are known as MYPs, and they're all between 11 and 18 years old. The MYPs represent the views of young people in their local area at regional and national meetings of the UK Youth Parliament. Elections for the Oxfordshire MYPs were held in February. Young people could vote by text and online for the person who they wanted to represent them. When all the votes were counted, the candidates attended a meeting in Oxford to hear the results. All 17 candidates had worked hard on their campaigns. They had different policies and ideas about which issues were the most important. They gave speeches in their schools and put up posters. Some of them used the internet to publicise their campaign.
My name's Deco Blackings, and for my campaign what I did is I spoke to people in my school, spoke to people in other schools. I did most of this over Facebook, so I made it modern and contemporary to get people involved in politics, trying to keep it relevant.
If they were elected, these teenagers would become the voice of young people in their area for the next year and have a chance to make a real difference. Some young people think that politicians won't listen to their opinions because they can't vote in general elections. But becoming an MYP can give them the opportunity to influence government policies on issues that are important to them, like education, public transport, and child poverty. Some people believe that if the UK lowered the voting age to 16, more young people would vote in the future. Finally, it was time to announce the 3 new MYPs.
The MYP is, I'm very pleased to announce, Helen Walker.
As you can see, I'm quite new.
The Member of Youth Parliament is Deco Blackings.
Down.
After the ceremony, the new MYPs were congratulated by a local MP, John Howell.
The UK Youth Parliament is a brilliant way of getting them really involved. They have to stand for election, they have to make speeches, they have to represent people, because they are doing fantastic things right across this county.
The MYPs are excited about their new opportunities. Maybe if they're good at their job, they'll become MPs when they're older. And who knows? Maybe one of these charismatic young politicians is a future Prime Minister.